Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, how many times have you said to yourself, why bother? I know I've said it many times. Why should I bother to go to the gym and exercise? Why bother to clean the house? Why bother to go to work today when I've hardly slept? Many people complain they have no time and they make up excuses. I know because there's been many times that I've done this myself. There's been many times I say I'll go to the gym and my mind says yes, but my body says no, no way. Why bother? And I have a battle in my head. And after some negotiation, backwards and forwards, I talk myself into it and off I go. And many times I feel better for it. I've found it's really easy to make excuses. But then we just don't get anywhere. It's very easy to procrastinate because we live in a busy world and we're all time poor. There's so many other things to do. There's been lots of times I'll go to the gym on Saturday morning. But then come all the excuses. I've got too much housework to do. No, I might just slip in today and take things a little bit slower. Excuses. We all make them. Research shown from the EDO conference in Sydney, a national conference on societal and healthcare issues, show that obesity rates were at an all-time high in Australia in 2017, with more than 60% of Australians obese and 10% of those severely obese. In 2012, cardiovascular disease was the #1 cause of death. Now new research from the cancer showed that 1 in 2 people will get some form of cancer by the time they're 85. This is staggering. Yes, it is hard sometimes to get in the routine and make healthy choices. We live in a fast-paced world and it's very easy to take shortcuts. You've worked all day and the last thing you want to do when you get home from work is cook or exercise, right? So it's easy to take shortcuts and just grab a quick takeaway meal or junk food. But is this really good for our health? It is hard to make healthy choices. There was a time when I was going through cancer. I could hardly walk up the stairs. I'd lost so much muscle mass and mass, and I had no energy, not to mention the chronic fatigue that I had. So if anyone gets it, it's me. But if we really care about our health and our well-being and our fitness, we really do need to bother. What's made it even harder for me was all the setbacks I had along the way. I take 5 steps forward, only to get a setback and have to take 20 steps back. But we do need to make healthy choices. I know I need to get myself off to the gym, or go for a walk, or do something physical. I like the way I feel when I feel energetic. I like the way I feel when I eat well. We start to feel more energetic. Then something wonderful happens and we start to form a habit. If we want to see results in our health and in our life, we really do need to bother. So I make a conscious effort to get myself to do yoga or Pilates and do this as much as I can. If we take those small steps daily, or at least consistently, we will form a habit. I have found habits are hard to break, but much, much harder to make. What has enabled me to pick myself up so many times was the fact that I do bother. There have been times when that voice, why bother, I can't even hear it, I can't even pay attention to it. Because you may be going through a life crisis, you may be going through something difficult, maybe you're not feeling well. So what I do is I concentrate on the benefit. What am I doing it for? So when that voice, why bother, comes up, I can challenge it with all the reasons why I should bother. When we start to make conscious awareness and conscious choices and focus on all the benefits and the reasons why we should bother. And what has enabled me to pick myself up so many times and keep on persisting is because I do bother. Who will if I don't? No one else is going to bother. We are the ones who need to exercise. We are the ones who need to watch what we eat. We are the ones who need to get ourselves off and do something physical. And we are the ones who need to take responsibility for our health and our fitness and the choices in our life. No one else is going to do that for us. I can tell you that for a fact. As Jim Rohn says, best-selling author of 7 books on motivation, we must all suffer the pain of 2 things. Either the pain of discipline or the pain of disappointment and regret. Which one will you choose? So when I hear that voice, why bother? I say to myself, because I know what I want. I know what I want as my end result. I know what I want as my outcome. I know what I want to feel like and be like, and that's why I bother.